Okay, hello. We are on special topic. It's a reaction topic. One of the most one famous anime in Netflix currently is Trese. We will talk about it. Episode one. What we'll talk is the significance of the study. What can we get on the study, even on the series itself? What is 13? Trese. It's the circle, runes, necromancy, the eye, divination, and then a quote I get, and then we conclude it. Significance of the study to know the contrast of the series into the real life practice. And well, in real life, there are certain practice that Babaylan did, and even some ma- even some magic she did. Sorry, and now we will study this in an academic perspective, okay? On a study base. Now we will also have an ethical consideration on this. One is I am not a babaylan, so I don't know the practice itself. Uh, this this is just based on reaction and knowledge what I learned. I learned so many, especially in my thesis, how they done those rituals, magical stuff, elements, those things. We'll try to let's my studies and into the perspective of the series of Trese. Another thing is I have less idea and knowledge on the Philippine myth, so spare me on those. I don't know the Nuno. What's I only know some about it. It's a earth element and others. Don't know what are they capable of, how to, those stuff. So still on research. So I'm sorry about that. That's why I need more studies on that. If possible, help. Tasukete kudasai desu. Gaps and limitation. This is a crash course, so I will make this fast reaction stuff. So only less topic, less explanation. Mostly a comparative and reaction. So and limited, which is limited. That means I don't didn't include the entities. The entities are due to because I don't have much knowledge of the entities. I have not studied those entities. So gaps and limitation, my limits. Okay. Trece means 13. It's also associated with the divine feminine, as we said in studies of if you study on metaphysics, studies on the deities past, 13 is a good number itself. Friday the 13th. Friday is associated with Freya, the goddess Freya, goddess of love, goddess of war, a Norse goddess. Came down in the myth itself. Goddess Freya, the Friday, came down on a coven of 12 witches, and she came down to the 13th, 12, and she became the 13th, which is why on the Friday the 13th is always celebrate. One of the good celebration they did. Now this is a fun facts. Death is not an end but a rebirth. This is was said in episode 1 when Alexandria Trese's mother talking with her. You can hear this quote: "Death is not an end but a rebirth." Again, this is a fun fact that tarot number 13 is a death card. Tarot number 13 is a death card, and her mother said this. Coincidence or not? We will just see. Okay, circle. Why there's so many circles around there? Okay, we will talk about this. This is also called a magic circle. Magic circle is a protective area of energy. Also use it on magic. Also called a magic bubble. It also holds a consecrate the energies around, casting the circle to protect outside interference. Now, there are some speculation that don't cast the circle when you are sick, or don't cast the circle when you have negative energy, or you're angry, you're sad, because the surrounding itself, inside the bubble or inside the circle, the aura itself will become what the energies you present, the energies will remain inside. So we will talk about this more on if we talk about magics. Circle has no why circle, not triangle or other stuff. Circle has no edges, so it's hard to break it. So it's also represent beginning and the end. Now the circles, there are so many. The circles type of the looping type. We will Ouroboros. Example is Ouroboros. Now, we already finished crash coursing the circle. We will talk more on this soon on more further topics. Next is runes. Runes, you see in one of the runes there. What are runes? Runes are characters in the ancient. Runes comes from Middle Ages, saying it's secret writing, it said. Can be used as divination. It can be used as sigil or sign of seal. As you said, this is a seal. Putting a circle, then putting a sigil itself, that's making too much protective itself. It's sometimes they said binding spells. Now on runes, there are so many runes. These are Babaylan runes. There are so many runes. Norse runes. One of the, if you go for the European, they use Norse runes. The Babaylan runes use this. It's also used as sigil. What is a sigil? Sigil is a magical sign. Make a seal. Sample is Naruto. In Naruto, mid stomach is a seal. So we will talk more on sigils, runes, on tattoos. So which is why in ethics, tattoo is not just for tattoo. It's a sigils. Like, why do I have this tattoo? It's a rune or a sigil or it's a totem. The topic. So this is a crash course only. Okay? Necromancy, one of the most controversial topic. You see, what is a necromancy? There are two words here. Necro. It means the dead. And mancy means divination. That's how one of the doctors in Spain, they taught in Universitat de Spain. It's an ancestral worship. Their job is to listen to the dead, not summoning. So, okay, the summoning type it's kind of a bit unethical. It's unethical to summon some stuff. It can be a totem. From here, if you see, the bird became spiritual because it became a spiritual totem to watch over, not only to themselves, it's to watch over the lands. That's a spiritual totem, which is why some necromancies do